morning and welcome to another video and to the final video of this Half Ironman prep. Today is the day. Today is race day. It's crazy to think, that I started this whole YouTube documenting series for this in January and I've been training since then, and now it's October and it's race day. Obviously, it's not a legit race day. The event has been deferred till next year, but I do still want to do it. I will be doing it slightly differently. So the swim, I'll be doing it in a pool instead of open water. And then the bike portion of the event, I'll be doing it on an indoor tax trainer just behind the camera instead of being outdoors on a bike. And the run will be as normal. In terms of that, obviously, because it's going to be a pool swim, the transition from the pool getting back to the house will probably be about 10 minutes, and then getting onto the bike probably be 15 in total. From getting off the bike to where I have to go for the run, it's probably another 5-10 minutes. So I'll factor that into the transition periods. Timing wise, I'm probably looking at a 40-minute swim, hopefully. And then bike wise, I want to go for 3 hours 20. Run, I'm looking at 2 hours. Now I've set those times just to try and push myself as much as possible. I don't want to just cruise through it. But obviously, being by myself, I want to set some times to go for, and that way then I can really try and push my body as much as I can. I've done all this training, I want to make the most of it. That's the plan. I'm just going to quickly show you the stuff I'll be using today. So we've got Speedo swim cap, some Michael Phelps goggles, I'm not sure the brand exactly, but they got his initials on them. Some Lululemon swim shorts. We've got a massage gun, which I've been using the last couple of days, and I'll be using that now this morning. Lara bars, peanut butter chopped chip. I'll probably eat a few of these when I get out of the water. I'll probably have a couple when I'm on the bike. Science and Sports variety pack. Use these quite a bit on some of my longer runs doing training. So again, I know these don't upset my stomach or anything like that. So they'll be used. I'll probably have one on the bike, and then I'll probably save a couple for the run. The watch I'll be using to track it all, it's a Garmin Forerunner. I'm not sure exactly, I think it's a 735 XT maybe. It's a bit of a wild guess, but I think that's what it is. I'll track the session. Cleats wise, just got Shimano cleats, nothing fancy. They just get the job done more than anything. Stance socks, so I got a pair for the cycle portion, and I've also got a pair for the run portion. So the reason for that, these are slightly thinner. I think I've worn these mainly for my cycle sessions, and I've worn these a lot for my longer runs. I found these to be, because they're a lot thicker, I found these to be a lot better in terms of running. So yeah, I'll quickly change them in the car when I'm getting dropped off for the run portion. Shorts wise for the cycle, I don't have like a tri-suit or an all-in-one or anything like that, so I'll be using Lululemon shorts. They've got a really good liner in the sides of them, so I won't need to wear boxers or anything. And I probably won't wear a t-shirt because I'll be doing it indoors on the tax trainer over there. So it'll be pretty sweaty, that's for sure. Underwear for the run, I'll put some underwear on at that point, and this is my brand of underwear. It's called Tricks. It's bamboo material, which makes it extremely comfortable on the skin, and it's also incredible at wicking away sweat, which obviously when you're running is going to be needed. And if you're a bigger guy like myself, then sometimes your legs can chafe a little bit, and that sorts that out. Shirt wise, I'll be wearing a Canterbury training top, really good material again, and I've worn that quite a few times, so I know what it's like. Shorts wise, Lululemon for the run. These ones are slightly longer. They've got a longer lining that sticks out, and it's also got a phone part to it on the side, which will be handy. And then finally, the Hoke One Ones. These are the ones I've used for most of this training. There was a period when I was using some Nikes at one point, but I switched to these because they were meant to be better for stability reasons, and if you have flat feet like myself, they've been pretty good. So that's pretty much all the gear I'll be using today. I'm gonna have some breakfast now. I'm gonna have probably some crumpets and toast with jam. Have some greens, reds, and camu powder mixed together. Have that to kind of flush everything out just before the race. That's really about it, to be honest. There's not much else to say. Obviously, if you have subscribed to the channel and watched these videos since January, I really do appreciate it. Obviously, all these events that were meant to happen this year, I'll be doing them again next year. So there'll be a Half Ironman series again next year. But yeah, thank you for obviously all the support from everyone. Hopefully let's go get it, smash those times I predicted, and see what we can do. Okay, so we're currently on the way to Spectrum in Guildford to do the first event, which is the swim. The swim is going to be a 1.9 kilometre swim. I'm not sure what that is in miles, but 1.9k. I'm hoping, as I said, to do it at least 40 minutes. I'm hoping for less than that, to be honest, but 40 minutes we're aiming for. Probably won't be able to get any footage of the swim, so you'll just have to take my word for it, basically. And then we'll catch up again after the swim. I'll let you know how it went before heading home to do the cycle portion. So that is the swim complete. Managed a time of 35 minutes 48 seconds for 1.9k, which is a lot quicker than I expected. I thought I'd do it in about 40, maybe 39, 38, so I didn't expect 35. So the reason behind that time, I think anyway, was because the pool was pretty busy. So it meant when I got to one end of the pool, because I literally had someone on my arse straight away, I just had to turn around and go as quick as possible. And there was one or two people who were doing breaststroke quite slow, to be honest. So that meant then when you got behind them, I had to then go next to them and try and overtake them before they got to the other end, which again probably made me go a lot quicker at points than I would have planned on going. So yeah, I probably went out a lot harder than I wanted to, but it's a good time nonetheless, and we'll take it. Now we are gonna go, well, we're heading home now to...
Zooming home.
Zooming home as quick as possible to keep the transition as tight as possible, and then we're going to hop on the indoor tax trainer for 90k. I found a route that's 45 kilometers, so I'm just going to do that twice because there wasn't actually any courses on there for 90k. I'll just do the same route twice, and then...
What's your time for the cycle? 3 hours?
Yeah, so for the cycle I've predicted 3 hours 20 minutes. Ideally, it'll be a bit like the swim. I'm hoping I'm going to go under that.
Give yourself some leeway on the run.
What?
Give yourself some leeway on the run.
Yeah. Basically, the reason I'm trying to go a lot quicker than the times I predicted is because the run is going to be the most challenging part, and I'm hoping I give myself some leeway, basically. So we're nearly home now, so we'll catch up either midway through the bike or at the end of the bike.
And we're in.
And we're in.
What half are you choosing? Top half or bottom half?
My bottom half's in agony, so I think I've sacrificed that.
Yeah, but I think you'd want like wink wink nudge nudge your bottom half to be a half Ironman.
Yeah, my half is
Ironman is the below the belt.
Yeah. Right, that is the cycle complete. Managed the time, I think, I'm not sure what my maths is, but I think it was 3 hours, 8 minutes and 12 seconds.
Still smiling.
For 90k, still smiling for now. Quads are on fire, basically. Calves, oh, a little bit of cramp. A little bit of cramp.
Drink water, baby.
Yeah, I'll have some water, don't worry. But we're now en route to the next location to do the half marathon. So 21.1 kilometers. Bloody hell. Good driving. And yeah, all I've got now is a couple of isotonics to get me through this next bit. And that's it. Half marathon and we're done. Like I said, I'm shooting for 2 hours. I don't know how, well, I need to maintain a 5:42 pace.
Okay. I think you can do that.
Yeah, to be on 2 hours. So I'm gonna go for a 5:40 pace, and that should just bring me in just under.
And then your last one, what, like a 5:30 sprint?
Yeah, and then the last one, whatever I've got left, just put it all in. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
You've got to channel your, like, this is it.
Yeah, I know.
At the end.
And we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we'll catch up with you in hopefully 2 hours. Hopefully it's no more than that, but we'll see.
This is where it hurts. You got it. Huh? Let's again. Alright. You did it. You did it. It's okay. You did it. You're a half Ironman. You made me run over 2k in my Birkenstocks.
I think that's the first time I've cried during a workout.
Do you know the Hogsback Brewery do drive-through pints?
Yeah, let's do it. Round on me.
Round on us.
Round
Let's get in a big car. Shit.
Bloody hell, I think.
Wait, where's the sign? Motive. Cheers. What do you mean? Oh, like angles, it's okay. Woo! Cheers.
Cheers, Jan.
Well done. Very impressive. I don't have one
You don't have one yet? And that is the half Ironman complete. So I thought it'd be worth just doing a quick review of each event or each discipline. So swim wise, I managed a time of 35 minutes, 48 seconds, which for me personally, I think is a great time. I was absolutely chuffed with that. Obviously, had it been in open water, then there's no way I'd have been near that time. Obviously, the fact that it was in a pool just made it a lot easier. Getting back for the cycle, I felt great. Didn't feel all tired or anything. So I hopped on the bike and managed a time of 3 hours, 8 minutes and 12 seconds, which again, was under the time I predicted. I wanted to be in around that time because I knew that I shouldn't have expended too much energy if I was between 3 hours and 20 minutes. Cycle wise, I felt really good, except for maybe the last 20k, I could feel my legs burning up, especially my quads. They were on fire. At that point, probably a little bit of doubt started creeping into my mind of how the run was going to go, and that was probably my own fault. I hadn't really done any extended periods of cycling for like 3 hours, so I'd never been in that position, and I'd only done really a couple of brick workouts. So again, that's probably my own fault. Looking back, I was probably trying to complete so many events this year, all different types of events, that it all just got a bit too much and I didn't focus enough time on certain areas. Nonetheless, though, the time was a pretty good time. I'll take it. And again, I guess if it was on a proper bike outdoors, it probably would have been close to that 3:20 mark as opposed to close to the 3 hour. And then we came to the run. So obviously I wanted a sub-2 half marathon. That was my goal and I really thought I could do it. Honestly, I managed a time of 2 hours, 5 minutes and 59 seconds. Now, looking back, I made a couple of mistakes. Well, I say a couple, probably 3 or 4. One was just poor planning on my part. So I planned out a 21.1 kilometer route on Strava, and the plan was to go out in the straight, cross a bridge, do 2 loops of the area, back across the bridge, and then the final straight home. And on Strava, that told me that was 21.1 kilometers. So I did the 2 loops and everything like that. Came back onto the straight, thinking this is it. And my watch said I had 5 kilometers left to go. So at that point, I'm absolutely just drained, fatigued. Probably the second point is that I didn't hydrate properly. So my body at that point is just kind of like giving up on me. Mentally, I was just like, I can't believe I've got 5 more K to go. This was meant to be the home straight. So that was my fault. Number 2, like I said, hydration. I didn't hydrate properly. I drank quite a bit after the swim. I drank during the cycle, I had some food, I had my isotonic gels, but that just wasn't enough. I should have taken a bottle at least with me, a bottle of water so I could drink on the run. Didn't do that, ended up completely just overheating. I didn't expect it to be that warm on the day. It's little things like this that first time doing it, obviously doing it on my own, not in a proper event, I learned a lot of lessons basically. I would also say probably that first kilometer to 2K, I went up far too quick. I think I was averaging a 5:10 to 5:15 kilometer pace, which I didn't need to be going at that quick. So there's a few areas there I can work on and improve. So overall, I guess you could say I've learned a lot of lessons from this Half Ironman, and I'm going to take all of them into my next event and be sure to learn from them. And I guess that's the beauty of doing these things. You know, you're going to, for the first time, you're going to make mistakes, and then it's about learning from them, understanding what went wrong, taking them into your next event and just crushing it. So I have no doubt the next time I do it, I'll go for that sub 2 hour on the run portion, and we'll just see where it goes. But obviously, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.